for maintenance of maintaining as a 226 1033 Pothole Road that is laying there in Greater Richmond. They stole of fake church shit. I tell them about Lester Vanderyard, 811 Mosby Street. I told you I tell every goddamn thing. That's my social right there. It's the same letter of patent. Continuing on. I tell that in Vermont, of the United States of Vermont, of their 1777 Virginia shit that failed, when in 1776, United States Constitution, I, Queen Marlene George Taylor, am an absolute monarch, and posterity after me, it is further noted my Social Security insurance for retirement have been used and reduced in allotment payments, and I show all of that to you in recordings. It tells how my birth certificate is that really of a revenue bond at the bottom of it, which they shortened it and modified it as written and was written on it. Here's the 1033 Pothole Road they stole in Greater Richmond of the location and zip code. Then I show how all the algorithm and binary they use in numbers in the way of stealing it back to the fork of Jordan River in the Nile of South Africa. So I didn't tell them everything, you simple motherfuckers. I told them everything. I continuously tell them they're in high treason. Here it is what I'm telling about the city of Richmond and its high treason. It is posted again on my Facebook page in federal data, not deletable by these treasonous acts do they of City Hall, Dominion, Virginia Power, Dominion Energy, they call itself now, and Bear Granville with Kenneth Olive right there. Use the number 231, first three of daughter's Social Security number 73 of Virginia, Department of Health year in 73, and 68 in my birth year of my birth certificate, and algorithms, some say, a binary numbers system. Commit as well this high treason, changing the facts last digit to 69, that is mines of my birth certificate, that is revenue bond, rather of 68, that is my birth year, and last digit 8. The 69 and last digit 9 is of my birth certificate, serial 6912. This is all treasonous and of high treason. I find this court in John Marshall Court's building, which is a building they say by Supreme Court, they call it there too, in John Marshall Court's building. John and James II was of surname guilty in charge of capital crime of high treason by election and organization. I never decreed you are against their own claim 1777 Virginia Constitution of Vermont shit. Forever forbid of 1776, you are under of James II descents on my family members' high treason, Franklin Borgard Taylor, Teresa R. Taylor, and Charles Lee Moody. Don't leave that Marlo Monroe Taylor out. He's in it too. You licensed marrying of his rape by fraud, me, I'm telling them, to me, knowledgeably of my royal birth, Queen Marlene George Taylor. And I tell of it when that date was. To me, knowingly, not knowledgeably, that they married him and raped by fraud to me, knowingly, of my royal birth. They knew it. That goddamn court. Then I sealed it. I'm goddess. I'm God in royal God decree. And they goddamn stamped it, motherfuckers. February the 5th. Here's the February 26th one. Where you see envelopes where they stamped it twice. Some reasons for it. I start off telling them, I, Queen Marlene George Taylor, royal birth again, 8/7/1968, decree and declare. Prosecutor Patricia R. Bailey, this dealing with juvenile court. I'm telling them in this one of taking Richmond possession, February 26th, of juvenile court of all their treason, high treason and treason, telling them they're against their own failed 1777 Virginia claim constitution of capital Virginia, Richmond City, Virginia, Virginia and capital of the United States of America of my capital crime of high treason therein and treason, claiming itself to be Commonwealth of Virginia. This is Virginia Commonwealth as original, not Commonwealth of Virginia. In city of Richmond, an officer Urban, in identification theft, act like he taken out a protective order to protect me with an incident. I tell all of it, every goddamn thing that ever been of them doing. So when is it? I tell them about that identification theft claiming joint account of high treason and treason in city of Richmond, Commonwealth of Virginia, using in high treason and treason Mayor Stoney, right there. I told them of Mayor Stoney used. Kelly Beauregard Teller with Franklin Beauregard Teller, Teresa R. Teller, Marlo Monroe Teller. It is right there. Mayor Stoney used of cases brought against me in high treason and treason as the welfare fraud and Mayor Stoney alias of a transgender Beatrice Trout committed welfare fraud in my child Sasha DeRay Teller and my identification with the destitution of Mayor. With my destitution, it would have been on the street for 7 years, of Mayor Dwight Jones' election, which is Teresa R. Teller, Franklin Beauregard Teller, did he, who is Franklin Beauregard Teller, my birth certificate father, who faked his death after shooting my mother, Lucy Mary Boyd Taylor, in the head twice, never arrested for his high treason and treason, with lover Charles Lee Moody, and transgender, that these descents of James II against their own claim 1777 Virginia Constitution, which is 1776, 1777 failure of them and the man try to steal her birth, right? 1776 her Virginia Constitution. Of this woman and my family committed against them, to now myself believe they would get away in this plot by homosexual transgenders as ancestors, Pompey James I, James II, which is Peter, George Washington, that is Thomas of that Bible, Doubting Thomas, of Washington, District of Washington. They claim that it's high treason because the capital of Virginia is Richmond, not Washington. Washington don't exist. That's Alexandria, Virginia. Believe they're going to get away not with this capital crime of high treason and treason. So when I didn't tell them against the nation and woman birthright as transgenders as well as ancestors of theirs were executed, so will I execute them and all of this court using my identification by election of these as chief of police, senators, and president, right there, president. They claim themselves of your high treason and treason against their own claim 1777 when it's 1776, 1777 failed, Virginia Constitution. I set them up. And myself, the posterity or preamble of it, your claims of theirs and joint account in juvenile, without trial, you will be arrested for high treason and treason. A day you do not expect, I will bring in international troops. I am all sovereignty, international bond. I give all my information. Queen Marlene George Taylor. I signed it. Royal God decree again. They stamped it, as I said. This one too, when I took Richmond in possession. Here it is. United States District Court and Mayor addressing me, Queen Marlene George Taylor. Their letterhead of United States Court of Appeals. My corresponding with them. And they say they acknowledge the receipt of this court of your correspondence. Mine's. Don't get in my goddamn camera. United States Court of Appeals. Here's the United States again. Acknowledge me. On their letterhead, Queen Marlene George Taylor. There's that claim clerk in treason, high treason. None other clerk except for myself in inheritance right of lot. 2 other times, they're addressing me, Queen Marlene George Taylor. Let me show you the goddamn letterhead so you won't act like you don't know. April the 17th, which is close to April the 27th of my revolution with the United States District Court, them. That stamped it. I'm going to kill all for that identification theft of mine. They addressed me again, Queen Marlene George Taylor. March the 4th, April the 17th, Queen Marlene George Taylor. February 21st, Queen Marlene Joyce Taylor, through the mayor, motherfucker. And United States Court of Appeals acknowledged they got my correspondence on my World Constitution of the United States of America. That's my name in full. And it be more than one with them and their correspondence back and forth with me. Let me get you my revolution next and me telling them I'm going to execute their ass.